I guess we're going live now and we are, oh, good. So, hi everyone, welcome to this workshop today. My name is Caio Calado. I'm going to be leading the session with you. And before we start, I would like to just say hello to everybody. I can see that everybody's saying something here, and this is awesome. So today is going to be a really practical workshop. For those who doesn't know me, my name is Caio Calado. I'm speaking to you from Brazil, São Paulo, Brazil. That's why I have this Brazilian sort of English accent. And I'm speaking from my home. So I just noticed that someone started to do something in the apartment, and it might be some noise during the live streaming. So if it's too noisy for you, please let me know in the comments. Okay? So I can see that we have many people here around the US, Mexico, and yeah. Any news that you read recently that it got you thinking about conversational AI, conversational design? Can you share with us in the chat so we can see if someone has something new to share with everybody? Yeah, it can be a new project, new updates, like the Instagram updates, uh, something like this. All right, so people are starting to share LinkedIn's and stuff like that. Perfect. I think we're going in a good start. Let's start this. So for this workshop, let me just rearrange this so I can see you here. And then let me just reorganize myself here so we can start it. Perfect. So let me move this here. Boom, boom. All right, so let's start this now. So just a second. All right, so for this workshop, I'm going to share with you a particular bot society link, which you're going to join the project that I'm working on at the moment. With this link, we all can do things together. And then you can see my real life progress as I go, okay? So I'm adding to the chat right now. And then I'm going to share my screen with you. So this is my screen. And I think you can see it. Nope. All right, so I think now I can speak, right? So this is going to be the project that I'm working on, and then you're going to see the real life changes that I do as I go. So first, I would like to say welcome to this workshop. As you know, we're going to do a prototype and create something on Instagram. Just a second. And for the agenda of today, we're going to do, I'm sorry, real quick. I'm sorry for that. This just started now. So for the agenda today, I would like to share with you the news about Instagram having chatbots. So helping everyone to design and develop and automate conversations using the Instagram chat. Also, we're going to prototype a story entry point, and then we're going to create a little bit longer conversation in a second demo. And if you have questions or anything that you like to ask me or say something, you can just leave a comment or send in the chat. I have many windows open right now, so I'm going to try to be checking everything as we go. but I think we are in a good track. Okay, so if you like to have access to this, this is the QR code. This project is going to be public, and you can at the end of this workshop, you can just come here in File and make a copy for yourself. So you can have a copy of this as we go. Okay. So as you can see, these elements in the screen, this is something really new. We just announced this like 2 weeks ago. These are notes, and we can add in all canvas. To do that, we just need to right click in anywhere, and then we can add a note. So all these components, we can just move around, and we can add links, images, and stuff like that. So you can use this with your team. And this is a really excited update for you. So for this workshop, I'm going to the right here. If you like to follow me, you just go a little bit to the right. This is so funny because there are so many people here with me. So as you know, Instagram announced a new API. So now businesses are able to automate conversations, and developers can use the Messenger APIs to, create chatbots using the Messenger API pretty much. So what Facebook did basically was to combine the different services, and now everyone have access to that. The Instagram in particular, they still are on beta version, but if you're working with a company that already have this integration, probably you can create something like this. If you like to read this news, you can just click here on this read more here. And there you're going to the official announcement of this new channel, and comes directly from the Messenger's blog. So for this section, I would like to design and do some of the examples that you can see over there. One of them is on the very top, which is an ad. Like someone is checking the Instagram story and then starts a conversation on like an Instagram channel. And the second one, if you scroll down on that article, you're going to find a video that is basically a conversation between a company and a customer. So this is the official documentation from Facebook, and we're going to design specifically these use cases. It's going to be just the same, but we didn't write any line of code. And the idea here is just to design and prototype to have the same look and feel about like a real project. So I don't know if anyone has any questions. If we're good to go. Did anyone read this new update about Instagram? Are you using this on your company or would like to use it? I'm curious to see what you are going to say. Let's see if someone is going to say something. And let me check on YouTube also. Yeah, many companies would like to use that. Yeah, I can see that AJ is saying, I would love to use this. Bruno is saying, not yet. And yeah. So let's start with this one in particular, this example here. So this, as I told you, is an example about a user checking a story and then start a conversation. So to do that, we need to create a new project. So I'm just going to do the flow, but I'm going to work on this file, okay? So to do that, I just need to go to my folders, and then I create a new design. Over there, I just need to pick the official preset for Instagram. And once I do that, I'm going to be on the same canvas like this one, but for a different project, right? So right now I'm using the Instagram preset. So everything that Instagram has already, we have it. If they're going to announce or create new things, for sure, we're going to update our preset and we're going to add that as we go. But I'm going to the right now. So I'm going to try to create the same example about this one here, which is the demo, right? So let me just bring this here so everybody can see what we're doing together. And yeah, so as I said, someone is going to check a story and then is going to send a message. So to do that, I need to create an entry point. So I just click here on the editor. And then I need to find a new entry point, which is going to be an Instagram ad. So I select that particular component, and then I add an image. So since this is just a demo, so the new lower face cleaner now available. So let me just copy this new lower face cleaner now available. So the content is going to be this. And the image, since I don't have that particular image, I'm going to create this one, to use this one, which I downloaded from Unsplash. So I can just download this. And upload here. And then the user says something, which is this face cleaner good for dry skin? Okay. So is this face cleaner for dry skin? And yeah, so now we just select what the user says, and which is basically a question. So right now we just have two messages. This one I can just take it out. I just leave it there. I'm not going to use this. And what is going to happen is basically the user is going to see an ad, and then the person is going to send a message. So you can prototype this from yourself. You just click on this play button here. So when we do this, this is basically the same interaction pretty much. And then the user clicked and then send the message. So it's pretty much the same interaction. And the goal here is to validate this idea, just to show up to someone and see if that's valuable. For sure, this is not the same as building the actual product. And as you can see, there are some differences. But since this is really new update from Messenger or from Instagram, we're going to update this as we go. So I'm not sure if anyone has any questions about this, but if we would like to, we would be just designing the conversation and making this flow bigger and create like a really structured flow. So on the same article of the Messenger's announcement, there is also a video over there. If you click here, read more here, if you go to the bottom part of it, you're going to see there is an interaction over there. I add the same video here, so you can just click and see it. I'm going to add it here on the right. And what is funny on this is that everything that I'm doing here is available for you. So you can just click it from yourself, and then you can create it over there. But this second demo is a longer version of the flow. So let me just clean this and let me see if someone has any question, because I'm not seeing I don't see any comments at the moment. Does anyone has a question or something like this? So first you start with a client message. Yeah, Antonio, that's a perfect question. Yeah, so you're right. On this interaction here, as I told you, I'm designing just the same as in the official documentation, which is this one, right? So the user is checking someone's story and then send a message. So this is an interaction that we have, which is a message from the bot, and then the user is going to send a message. Oh, sure. Thanks, Leticia, for the heads up. So Antonio asked is this a message from the bot? So first, you start with a client message. And yeah, that's the Antonio's question. What I'm showing here basically is an ad from the brand, and then the user is going to send a message. That's one use case, which is basically this use case here that you can see on the official documentation. What I'm going to do now is this one, which is a longer flow that has more interactions between the user and a brand. So if you like to check that out, the video is available here. You just need to click it and then you're going to open. Boom, that's it, pretty much. So as I said, this is going to be a longer conversation. Right now, we don't have these pre-start conversations, but it's something that we can add. So it's basically the user asking for help with a particular order. And then on this workshop, we're going to design something exactly like this, but we didn't develop anything and we just had to click and fill things. I'm just giving some time for you to see the flow. So this is basically a customer having a conversation with a brand and asking information about a particular order, and then this person says that it added the wrong delivery address and wants to change it. So these are like a really short conversation, and let's do something like this now. So let me just move this here. Sure. Someone asked to clean the download bar. For sure. You're welcome. So to do that, I just go anywhere in my canvas, right click, and then I say create path, right? And this one is going to be, I'm going to say customer, oops, support. So this is a customer support, okay, flow. I'm going to add this as a starting point, but then I can talk about this later. So the first message, as you can, I'm not sure if you're going to remember, but the first message comes from the user. So the person basically says something like, I need help with my order. And then the bot says something like, hi, thanks for reaching out. We are happy to help you. Can you please confirm the number? And then the person says something like the number 1, 2, 3. This is just a placeholder, okay? I'm gonna type whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the bot says something like, thanks. Thanks for sharing your order number. And here I'm gonna say, how can we help? And then we can give some options, which are the quick replies, right? Yeah, track my order, initiate and return. And I think it's chat with the team. Yeah, chat with a person. All right. So now I added multiple test components. I just need to change from simple tests to quick replies. And the very first option was about track my order. The second was initiate a return. And the third option was chat with a person, right? So once we add this, BotSociety is going to ask you if you like to design different paths or specific paths for every button that we are going to design. So I'm going to I'm going to continue in the same path. If we have more time, and yeah, I think we're in a good pace, but if we have enough time, we can just think about the other scenarios. Right now, I'm just going to design the same thing that we can see in the official example. So everything that the person clicks is going to this type here. So just don't to make a confusion. All right, let me redo this so it's more. I can take this connection out. Let me just add this, and then I can add the other ones, okay? So the very first option is track my order. And then the bot says something like, all right, let me just redo this. I think it's going to be easier. Track my order, create a return, chat with a person. And then I add, and for this, I'm going to create a path for each button. But right now, I'm going to design just to track my order. This is what I wanted to do. I should have said, I wanted to do something like this, and these ones I'm going to work later. So for track my order, what the bot says basically is that, so I can see some questions here. I'm gonna try to answer this, but please just continue sharing your questions as we go, okay? I can see the Leandro and Antonio's questions, okay? So the bot's going to say, your order is on its way to 120 State Street. Will be delivered by tomorrow, 8 p.m. PDT. And then the bot asks like, anything else we can help you with? So let's see how things are now. Okay, if I click, let me just move this away. If I click here, I need help with my order. Hi, thanks for reaching out. We're happy to help you. The user says something. We're going to say that the user is going to track my order. And yeah, so this is the final of this interaction. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same interaction as happened, right? The person says something, the bot reply back, and then the user gives the other, provides the other number, and then the bot says, thanks for sharing, how can we help? And give some options. And yeah, so far we are here. Now we need to finish this flow. So return policy, initiate a return, and chat with a person. If you notice, this is pretty much the same here, but with a new component, right? So we can just click here, duplicate, and then we can just click here and move this here. And yeah, pretty much we reuse it, this part of the conversation. And we have an extra option, which is return policy. So we can just click here and type return policy, right? So what I did was basically I duplicated this path and then just click it and drag it here. Yeah, so I'm going to reply Antonio because he's making questions. I don't want to make him wait longer. So he asked, how many quick replies you recommend have? Is 3 enough? Yeah, there is not a particular rule of thumb for that, but 3, 4 is a great number because as you can see here, these are the very first options that you are going to be able to see it. So whatever the user sees first, that's the best option. So these are the ones that we like to provide first. But if you give many buttons, there is a higher chance that your user is not going to see all of the buttons. Sometimes it makes sense, but some others, it's not great to have so many options. And also, if you give too many options to the user might be confused about which way this person should go. On Messenger, you can add about 10 buttons or quick replies, but it changes for depending on the platform that you're using. So let me see if there's other questions here. So there is one question from Leandro. How can we integrate our Instagram credentials in Bot Society? So that's a great question. So Leandro, right now, Bot Society is just a prototyping tool. So we're going to help you to prototype. This is not a builder per se. So what we are doing here is not like an actual product. It's just a prototype. It's a real or like a really next look and feel prototype about how it's going to look in the final product. But you're not going to use Bot Society to create your product. It's not a builder per se. There are other platforms that does that. And right now we're not on that. Bot Society is just a prototyping tool. That would be my answer for that. So there is another question from EJ. Is that a way in Bot Society to share a prototype without the conversational flow? Just a phone screen? Yeah, that's a great question, EJ. And so right now, what you can see, we are on the edit mode, which is this mode here on the left. There are different ways to create prototypes or like interactive prototypes for people that they're not going to be able to see the flow. Right now, you can see it because this is just an instant preview, which we just click, and then we can see the entire flow. But if we would like to have some users to test this flow, we don't want them to see the conversations or how things are going to happen because we don't want to give them too much info about the entire flow. So the way that you can do that is basically you just need to click here on the prototype mode, and then you are going to see an option here. Call it invite testers. So this one in particular, you're going to be able to see just the phone screen and be able to test it. So let me just share with you. So this is a prototype. So for this one in particular, you're going to be asked about which flow you want to start. So I'm just sharing with you. I'm going to see the flow because I am the editor, but usually the user is going to see something like this. Here can say something like, hi. So this is my number, 1, 2, 3. And if I was a user, I would be using this prototyping feature because I can see, I can have a really next to look and feel about the real product. And I cannot see the entire flow, as you can see. I'm not sure if you're going to, whoever is watching this session, if you're going to test it out different things or say something different. But if you do that, we are going to be able to see different data or utterances from you. Like someone say, hi, someone else said, does this work for dry screen, which was the example. And so these are utterances and things that an user can say, and we can use these as an examples to help our AI model to create better conversations or to design the conversational assistant using AI or something like that. But this workshop is not about that, so I don't want to make you confused about it. So let's try to finish here our conversational flow, right? So right now, let's see if there is something that we can. So chat with a person, we have 2, right? So I can just delete this one. Delete a path. So this one, I can just connect this with this one here. I need to add a message like chat with a person. work in progress. And then I can also add a stage for that, like this is in progress, right? So I can connect this one with this. Let's see if there is initiate a return, which is also an option. So I can delete this one. And then work in progress. And then I can connect this one with this one here. And this is something that is also in progress, right? We're going to do that later. And the newest one is this return policy, which we're not going to design at the moment. So the next thing that we need to do to finish this flow, we need to, all right, chat with your team, with a person. I just realized that I added wrong. So what happens here is basically the bot is going to send the person to a customer service agent, and then this person is going to have a conversation with, this person. Hi there, how can I help? Samantha. That's the name of the customer agent. And then the user says that she or he just realized that added the wrong address and provided a new one. And then Samantha, which is the customer service agent, she provides some guidance and says what is going to happen. And then the conversation ends here. Like the user saying basically like, wow, whoa, this is awesome. Thanks so much. So let's just finish this and then we go to the questions, okay? So this chat with a person, this is this one here, right? And what she says is basically, hi there, how can I help? Just make this bigger. Hi there. How can I help? Then she says something like this, right? Samantha. And then the user says, I have this already here, so just for us to save some time, just copy this here, add it here. So I just realized that I added the wrong address to my order. My actual address is this one. And then Samantha sends a long message, which this is kind of debatable about if it's a good way of sending a message or not. And then the conversation ends here with the user basically saying like, whoa, this is awesome. Thanks so much. And that's pretty much it. So this one is not in progress anymore. We can say this is done. We can just click here. And yeah, so these are basically the two flows. Let's see this one, happening right now. I don't know why I clicked on this. All right, customer support agent. So I need to pick a scenario, which is the track my order. Your order is on its way. Anything else we can help you with? Then we're going to say that the person is going to say chat with a person. And yeah, so this is pretty much the same example that is here on the official documentation of the Instagram announcement. I'm not sure if anyone have any question or would like to know anything in particular, or if I should explore something else. But my goal here today was to show you, yeah, these two official demos from the official documentation. And yeah, we could just play around with this. Let's see if someone else has a question or something like this. What else? So we do have some things to, and some updates in the product that I didn't say, but I'm going to give some time so you can think about the questions. Notes are one new update that I just showed to you, but also we have a new color picker, which we just can click in any path and then select colors for the path. So this helps us to create like ways to visualize the flow better, which we can do this in any path. And we can, yeah, create like a design system of colors. Like we can say like, every time that you see like a blue path, that is a starting path for something in particular. If we see like red, which is this one, so this is like for customer service. So you can say like whenever you see in the flow something that is yellow, so that's for customer service. So whenever you're kind of designing with your team, you can see right. You can see right away. Oops. You can see right away what's what. I can say that this is the beginning of a flow. This is an entry point, and this is like a customer service inquiry or something like this. I can also export videos if I would like to. For example, if I click here on the download and then select to download a video, I can download the particular flow for. So just to make my bot confusing on this export, I'm going to not select this as yet. So this one is a starting path. So the export is going to consider the first starting path, so it knows what needs to be recorded. And then it's going to select the very first options on the quick replies. So let me just move this to the top, and then I can just come here to my right and then click download a video. Oh, before I do that, let me do some customization, right? Because right now it's just like Instagram and there is no logo here, right? I can change this. If I would like to, I just come here on the menu, and then I go to the settings, and here I can change the info. I can say that this is the name of the brand. I'm gonna say whatever, orange skincare. And then I can say like a user, Caio. I'm gonna add a picture of myself, which is me. And for the skincare, I need to design a logo. I'm not going to design something like really special. I'm just going to make like an orange something. Let me just create here real quick. Make this like this. Let's make this bigger. Like this. I know that you cannot see it. You're going to see in a moment. I'm just creating like a letter logo, like O. And then I'm going to make this orange. something like this. Yeah, perfect. So logo, export. And then I can just come here and say, this is going to be my logo. Boom, like this. I can change this. Also, I can, instead of having like your brand, I can just add the logo like this. Brand is orange skincare. And yeah, so basically that's how I kind of set it up my project. So let me just preview this now. So now I have the branding of this brand. I call it Orange Skincare. So there is a question about from Abraham. Is it possible to add GIFs in conjunction with text as responses? Right now, I'm not sure if Instagram has these components, but if they have, or if we do have, we just need to click here and see if we have like an image or something like that. Since we don't have it, I don't think Instagram have something like this. But if they do have, we can update this and add new components because this is really new. They just announced it. So more things are going to be updated as we go. So yeah, let's create a video about this. So to create a video for any flow, just go here to the top right and then click on download video. Select the device and then I click to start a video download. So that's going to take about 5 minutes. I'm not sure if we can stay here 5 minutes if we don't have questions, but hopefully this is going to be fast. And if anything, I can just come back here anytime and see, oh, it's already done. So this is basically my video. So let me just share another screen so you can see what I can see. So I think you can see my screen now, right? So this is the video export that I created for this flow. Oh, okay. I think I know. Now I know why so slow, so was so fast. Let me just redo this. Where is the zoom? Okay, it's here. So let me share my screen again. Then I'm gonna move this entire thing. So for that, I'm going to download the video from here. Click download a video, select the device, and yeah, downloading progress. I'm not sure if anyone has a question. I'm happy to answer more questions if we do have it. So this one is in progress. So let's see what else I can do during these 5 minutes. So another thing that is important to know is that sometimes people are going to say something that is not related to the flow, right? We want to design repair paths or secondary paths that is going to help the conversation to don't break and just come back to whatever the person was doing. So sometimes the user might just break the bot or say, for example, if we check the examples that you provided before, for this one, many people said, hi, these are the numbers. Hi, Samantha. Yeah, I thought that we had a better example for this, but as I said, sometimes the user might just think about saying something that it wasn't related to the question, or just break the conversation. So I'm looking this way because my screen is like here. I can just move like this, so you can just face me. I think I need to move this here. So as I was saying, sometimes the user might be, move this here. Sometimes the user might say something that is just going to break the bot. So we can think about repair paths. So this one can be related, like the bot is asking, how can we help? And then there is just options related to track my order, initiate a return, and chat with a person. Sometimes the person comes with a different question, like, I would like to see your catalog to know the prices for products, which is something that is kind of legit, right? A user can ask the question, like, since there is no options about the product, which is a company that sells products, would be interesting to have options about that. And then the bot can say like, yeah, please check our website to see the products and prices. So for that, I can just add the Bot Society website just to give an example, but I can just create anything that I think the user is going to, yeah. Oops, this was me, but it wasn't me. It's supposed to be the bot, right? Oops. Bot says, and I can say, oops. This is the link. And this link is not going to be this one. It's going to be the bot site one. And add it like this. And then I can say, or direct the user to the how can I help question, right? So this is just a repair path. So let's see these happening on real life. So now Bot Society is going to ask you which way should go. There is a repair path, which is the repair path that I just designed it. The bot's going to say something and then come back to the happy path. So that is great when, as I said, we are designing for a specific use case, and then the user says something that is kind of going to break the bot. So we can just provide the right answer and then come back to the happy path. So there is another question here from Abraham. Does the bot check for keywords when it comes to these kind of questions? Can the same effect be achieved by just typing the prices? That's a great question, Abraham. Thanks for sharing. Bot Society is not like a NLU builder or something like this. So we don't do like keywords checks or validations. We basically provide scenarios for you so you can pick the right question. So if you say something that is not, we didn't design it the bot society is going to ask you or mimic like API requests or stuff like that. Because if we go on that direction, the complexity, it's going to be more complex to design the conversations. So we just want you to think about the paths, the scenarios, and then you can do these improvements in another platform. The goal here is just to create like a Wizard of Oz testing, so you can see how the look and feel is going to be, and then you can present to your users before you actually developing something. But you can also use Bot Society for sure to help your AI training or to find specific use cases. Because as I said, when I create this link for you to test it, just resize this. It's interesting because Zoom is cropping my window. Where is that? So, all right, now I can see it. So if I click here, invite tests, this is going to create a link that you can test and you can generate data that I'm going to be able to use it in my AI NLU engine. So these examples, we can edit and add on Bot Society. We call these utterances, which are basically examples. If I think this is a legit or a great example for this particular intent, I can just approve it. And this is going to be a different way of using the user starting the conversation. And I can add many different things for that. And that is not going to do anything like any validation on Bot Society directly, but this is going to be great for the NLU engine, because these utterances, they're going to be used as an examples for the intents. And then we can create a better AI model based on this example. So when you're using this, you're going to be creating this data, and then I can use it for the training AI model, to train the AI model. And I also can use OpenAI GPT-3, which can do, so this is a beta access to OpenAI GPT-3. I'm not sure what it's going to say here, just saying this. But this is basically, we're going to share these conversations with an AI, like the OpenAI that created the GPT-3, and the OpenAI is going to have a conversation with the flow. And then we are going to generate data like we did with you. And then we can, if we think these are great data, we can use these later when we export this to an AI engine. So just to show you, this is basically how it works. We click on automatic test. This is going to use, as I said, GPT-3. There are some examples here. Like, hi, Samantha, please tell me my location. Let's see if something else. I'm throwing in the towel. This is what the GPT-3 says. And then another example is this one. Oh no, that's okay, but I also want to change my dress color, which is not related to the use case. So yeah, sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't work that great, but yeah, that's pretty much it. We have another session about AI in particular that talks about more how to create these examples to be imported in a AI NLU or NLP builder or engine. But this is not the focus of this workshop in particular. I'm not sure if we have more questions. If we do, I'm happy to answer those. If we don't, I think we're in a good time to finish the workshop today. So let's just review what we discussed today, right? So today, the workshop was about the Instagram preset, which I share with you the news that Instagram now has the opportunity to create chatbots on the Instagram channel. We created two demos, and yeah, for the last 5-6 minutes, I have been just answering some questions and adding new stuff that we didn't touch here. Oh, I didn't show so the customer support. Let's see this one. I forgot to show you. I think this one is, so this is the example that I showed to you. I need help with my order. And I noticed someone said somewhere here, so Antonio said, like, this is great to show clients a functional demo. I think, yeah, this is it, Antonio. This is a functional demo, but we didn't go further on this. Finish here. We can add this in a presentation. Like, I wasn't sure if we would have time for this, so I was thinking in creating like a small presentation, like with you, like someone is kind of working in the Instagram integration, and then can present this idea to anyone in the team, can add this video just to tell everybody how it's going to work and show like a demo. And this can help everyone to validate this idea. I can just create like this, saying this is going to start right after the transaction. And yeah, so this is pretty much ready to have a presentation with the stakeholders of your company. And then we can see how the interaction is going to work. But as you can see, there is this thing here, which are the colors, which I should have changed that. So to change these colors, I can do like white because this is a white template, but I can also do like an orange one. To change that, I just need to go to the settings. And this export background, I need to change it. So since that is a white kind of presentation, I'm going to just create like white, and then I can just download another video, which was from, need to undo this one here. I can just download a video from here. Then I can say it's going to be iOS. Start a video download. So I'm not sure if I'm going to spend the 5 minutes, but yeah, I think you got the idea, right? You can have like this presentation kind of ready to go, and then you can pitch or show it to the leadership of your company, saying like, hey, we have this problem here and we have this solution here. Now I think we should work on this to have access to this beta version of the API. And yeah, we have an official kind of prototype working. And I can make this look better. Someone said, like, you can change the color of this presentation. Like, you can get here, color picker. And then I can change this color to white and make this orange, which is the name of the company. So can make something like this. And and then you can pitch this to the leadership of your company, to a client, or anyone that you can work with to talk about this new integration. And yes, I'm not sure if anyone else has another question, but this is what we saw. We saw the new update from Messenger, which, as I said, Messenger has now the opportunity to develop or create chatbots on its platform. We created a demo, like 2 demos, which was inspired in the official documentation of the Messenger announcement. This one here is this one here. So you can just see how that works. It's basically the same interaction. Like someone is going to see an ad or should have seen. Oh, yeah, okay. I think I know why. Let me restart this. And then there is also the customer support, which is the same video that you can see here in the below, the bottom part of the article. And then we designed the same interaction. And yeah, let me know if you like this workshop, if you like to have, another workshop related to this or to explore different presets or different areas. We did talk a little bit about AI and stuff like that, but that wasn't the goal of this workshop. We can do another one in the future. So so that's it for this workshop. I can say that thank you so much for being here with us. And I'm going just to say thank you. And thank you so much, everyone. And I hope to see you in another session.